What you want, when you want it, where you want it. This is The Mesh.
Hey, I'm Amy Chang. I'm a nationally board certified health and wellness coach, and this is Healthy AF. In this podcast, I'll be bringing you all things health, from the newest health strategies to how to tackle those personal roadblocks that just will not let you move forward. So buckle in. We're going to be inspired and instructed, and dadgum, we're going to have a little fun on Healthy AF. Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Healthy AF. I'm so glad you're here with me today. My name is Amy, and I am a coach with Healthy Life, Health, and Wellness Coaching. I help people put down self-doubt, pick up action, and live in the health that results from that. Today, we are talking about perfectionism. This is the second episode we're doing on perfectionism. If you struggle with it, you can go back and listen to the first, or you can start right here. Perfectionist trap. I don't know a person who is a little bit on the perfectionist overachiever side who doesn't struggle with this question. Am I giving myself grace or am I being complacent? Can you relate to that? Because I can. Am I giving myself some grace or am I being complacent? So if you struggle with perfectionism and overachieving, you most likely fear the dreaded word complacency. We've got a lot of associations with being complacent. Everything from lazy or bad or ungrateful or unproductive or worthless. Lots of associations with complacency. So it's likely if you live on that perfectionist overachiever side, you have a real fear of being complacent. First of all, let me say to you now, if you find yourself complacent, you will not spontaneously combust. The world will not end. You will not get struck down by lightning. You likely will not go to hell in a handbasket in the next 5 minutes. You're going to be okay. Let's just put that out there right now. You're going to be okay. And who wants to be complacent? The trouble is that most time, if you live in that zone, you are in a binary system. And whenever you're in a binary system, you're in a trap. The binary system is I can be perfect and overachieving and hardworking and doing everything I can do, or I can be the dreaded complacency. Either or. See how there's only two choices in that. Perfectionism is wearing myself down to a nub. Complacency is like lazy, horrible person. There's not really a good zone in there. So if you find that you are struggling with that question, I know maybe I should rest a little bit more, but I don't want to be complacent. I think my body feels a little tired today, but I'm just going to push harder because I don't want to be complacent. I think that maybe I need a vacation, but I've got all this work to do and I don't want to be complacent. If those are kind of the swirls that you find yourself in, you're likely in that either or thinking. And when you're in an either or thinking, there's no room for middles. So I'm going to translate that. There's no room for sanity. It's just all crazy making. The perfection overachieving, crazy making. The I'm so terrified I'll be complacent, crazy making. So let's go find some middles. So the tip that I like to use when you are on the struggle of 0 is complacency and 100 is perfectionism, and both of them are horrible, is using percents. Practice percents. Now, I'm going to tell you about percents in the gym because it's easy, but then we're going to talk about them in different ways. Let's say I can lift 200 pounds on a deadlift. That's my 100%. Sometimes I practice what it feels like to lift 50% of that, which would be 100%. The goal for me in the gym that day is to practice mastering 50%. What does 50% feel like? How many can I do? When do I get tired? When do I lose my form? How fast can I go? How slow can I go? What can I do at 50%? My job is to master 50%. And then to celebrate the mastering of that 50%. You find that middle. You know, when I was really pretty dang strong and about at the height, I'd say, of my fighting shape in CrossFit, being able to go to competitions, feeling healthy, I had a trainer that I worked with, specifically, shout out Jordan Finlayson, fabulous. He's with Iron Forged Athletics, Iron Forged Training. Anyway, fabulous trainer. And he was the first one who had me train at percents. So he'd say randomly, I want you to do this workout. I want you to do it at a 75% exertion rate. Well, I didn't know what a 75% exertion rate was because I had two speeds. I had 0, like on the couch, not do anything. And I had 110 just going as hard and as fast as I could. And then still it wasn't enough. So when he asked me to start training at specific exertion rates, it was hard. And I didn't know what 75% was. There was no right answer. I had to create some space to play and to experiment and to get it wrong. I had to understand that sometimes I would think I was at 75%, but the exhaustion afterward would tell me I was more like 90%. So to combat this binary, I can be perfect or I can be complacent, work your percents and have fun. This is an experiment. This is you learning about your beautiful self. When you get really curious and you start adding in percents, there's so much to discover. And it's all about, what are my thoughts at 50%? What are my feelings? Where's my motivation? What's the sense of freedom that I have when I can choose what level I'm going to be at? What's my ability level? How does it feel at 50%? How does it feel at 80%? Can I push past 100%? Can I come back down to 60? The knowing, the getting to know how you perform in the middle zones is an inquiry that is so rich with data. And I want to leave you with this. When you train in your percents, it will be very difficult for you to say, oh yeah, that was definitely 90. I mean, you usually know when you're at 100 because you know you're on death's door. And it gives a sense of, I can't be perfect in this because there's no right answer. So when we're struggling with perfection, not having a right answer can be very uncomfortable for us. And it's a perfect opportunity to sit with the uncomfortableness and be okay. You know, perfectionism is like a sure thing. It's just sure. It's either perfect or it's not. But life isn't like that. Your body isn't like that. Your habits and choices and behaviors and thoughts and feelings and relationships and sleep patterns are not like that. So when we live inside that perfectionism model, where it's just perfectionism or complacency and not perfect, there's nowhere to go and there's nothing to learn. Find your percents, and you can use it on your sleep. You can use it on your diet. I'm going to, eat 20% of my meals all in this new way. Or I'm going to go on vacation and I'm going to be 50%. You're going to learn something. You're going to learn something different about your body when you're 40 and you eat 50% of the foods that, don't upset your tummy and 50% of the foods that are like a little bit questionable. You add in those processed foods, you add in that alcohol, you add in a different timing of your foods. You're going to find some stuff out. And all of that data is like love for you. Oh, I'm finding out that actually, as long as I stay 70% or better on eating non-processed foods, my body performs actually pretty well. When I get down to 65%, not so much. Or when I get down to 65% or 50%, maybe I'm traveling and all that I have are a pack of nabs and a Bojangles stop. I know that if I hydrate well, that I'll recover a little faster. You're going to find out so many things about you and your body and your overall wellness when you come out of, I can be perfect or I can be complacent. Start playing purposefully with those percentages and see what happens and see what you might discover about yourself. And if this is way over your head, or if you are in such a struggle with perfectionism that when you do your experiments of, I'm going to be at 70%, you feel so uncomfortable and the little shame gremlins crop up, feel free to go ahead and schedule yourself for a complimentary consultation with me. We can tell within about 10 minutes if being with a coach can help you move through that, because you do not have to be limited by perfect or not perfect. You can be 65% because you are so worth it. Overall, give yourself a little grace. I'll see you next time on Healthy AF. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Healthy AF podcast. I hope that it has helped you create a new possibility for your health and sets you into action to go get it. If you want more information or if you want to connect with me, visit my website at myhealthylife.coach. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that each new Healthy AF episode will be sent directly to you. Let's take you from where you are to where you want to go.
You've been listening to The Mesh, an online media network of shows and programs ranging from business to arts, sports to entertainment, music to community. All programs are available on the website as well as through iTunes and YouTube. Check us out online at themesh.tv. Discover other network shows and give us feedback on what you just heard.